Hi there, this is post-production Ellis, dropping in with a brief disclaimer before the show starts. This is the first show that we recorded remotely over Discord, and so due to that, there are some slightly more awkward silences because it cropped out a lot of the fuzz on my recording that gave the silences some texture and character. That said, this is still a really good show. I've stuck a little bit of bonus content at the end, and I'm going to try to find a workaround for this for the coming weeks. So thank you for listening to the first episode of Season 2. Enjoy. Did you know that the Irish term for jellyfish directly translates to seal's snot? You're listening to Vocab Gumbo and not WBRS. This is 3 out of 4 voices. Welcome to the show.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3 out of 4. Listen to the voices. From right now till forever. Nice moments. Vocab Gumbo.
So I'm going to re-put that in there in post, but I commissioned a theme song from famous recording artist Maggie Del Rey.
That was lovely. That sounded very much like a wholesome, I don't know, not a Target app, but some kind of corporate jingle, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Are
So that's
we?
new. We're no longer committing copyright infringement. Look at that.
Woohoo!
That's amazing. Now let's
The
get
end.
the big bucks. Big bucks.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little bit, the end of an era, but that's okay.
Yeah. I now, when I over-enthusiastically reply to everything with What You Know by Tudor Cinema Club, it will be a relic of the past, known to only original listeners.
No longer present, some might
Yeah.
say.
So, welcome to the show. We are no longer airing live on WBRS. We are instead airing whenever, wherever. I am sitting in my basement at home on the other side of the country from where I usually am. Sitting to my north is Millan. Millan, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I'm sitting in my room. Dinner is being made currently, so I may have to leave and then come back. It was kind of poorly timed, but that's okay. I will manage.
Fantastic.
Sitting to my far east, but not that far east, is Sam.
Sam noise. Here we are at 3 out of 4 Voices Studio. It's so big, it stretches from Philadelphia to Washington, and then a little south to not Washington.
I'm further north
may-
than you are, buddy.
Yeah, some may even call that place Oregon.
Incredible.
Yeah,
And we've
that's some
already-
people.
We are less than 5 minutes into season 2, and we've already doxed everyone, so we're off to a fabulous start.
I mean, it has
I
to be-
said state names for you, and I said city name for me, and they're both only mildly accurate.
That's a good point.
so.
I mean, it takes a while to search an entire state. Like,
I mean, maybe for you. If you get one of those big lizard things that Azula rides on, then you can go pretty fast, I would imagine.
I
That's
don't
true.
know if it can go. I was going to say intercontinental, but that's wrong. Intracontinental that fast.
Intracontinental.
It can actually go intercontinental as well, given that we have.
on water.
Yeah, they can. They
Oh,
run
I
real
didn't know
fast.
about that.
That's insane.
I don't know how, for how long they can walk on water, but
That's-
yeah,
Wow, I don't remember that.
that was an
Me
integral
neither.
part of that episode. The gang crossed a river, and then they were like,
Oh,
"Haha, we've bested you, lizard folk."
man. I
And
gotta
then
watch
lizard
that
folk
again.
said, "I'm time to stand up on my hind legs and run."
Nyom.
Weow.
Oh, it's weird. It's weird not being able to look over and wave at you and make funny faces.
I
and
bet
request-
I bet
request
it's weird.
tips while we're recording.
I bet it's weird for Millan to not be able to cheat off of the little window in the back.
It is weird. I'm currently staring blankly through a window,
Oh,
Uh,
hey, so am I.
Whoa.
Wow, that's
I'm
really weird because I'm not.
I'm looking south. I was gonna say I could be looking at you, but I'm looking in the other direction.
Wait, no, I'm looking south as well.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, just turn around. Hold on.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going lovely.
Wow, great to
Can't see
see
you
you
because
again.
there's a bush in the way, but
Oh,
you know.
I don't know
If that
where
weren't
cardinal
there.
directions are. Like in my room, I'm currently
Oh, really?
facing the corner because I have a corner desk. So
Well, then you're. Oh.
so you're probably facing one of the less cardinal directions. One of those
Yeah.
One might
filthy
even say
combo directions.
a what direction?
A
Oh.
filthy combo direction.
I was gonna go.
Oh,
Interdirectional.
What's
like,
one rank down from cardinal in the Catholic Church? Is it like a?
Episcopal. I don't know. Hold on. Wait, we
well,
all
wait,
have our computers. We can all check this out.
I think it's
Oh, good
wait,
point.
oh no, this is I don't do they have people below cardinals?
Yeah.
I would
Like-
assume that they
like
do
the
because not
hierarchy.
every Catholic is a cardinal.
Yeah, but I mean, even with that, it's like, what are they, like Blue Jays under them?
Oh, okay. So right at the top we have the Pope, one and
Oh.
only.
The Pope.
Then cardinals, and then archbishops.
Oh, bishops! I forgot about bishops.
Oh, that's my favorite chess piece.
They be forgetting about bishops. Much
According to
like
this
Basically,
Maslow's hierarchy of needs style chart, um,
You only need
You got-
one pope.
yeah, you
Well,
got one Pope,
which
some
is
amount of
the one you
cardinals.
need.
You only need one.
We
That's
could
true.
get rid of the entire Catholic Church and
actually-
still have a pope, and everything would be great. The Pope is like it's a pope.
I think we
Well,
should
that's
have.
just
One word to say.
That is a controversial statement.
I
We
think
could
we
get
should
rid
have.
of the entire of every Catholic person except the Pope, and that would
Yeah.
be great.
I think we
Well,
should actually have
listen,
two popes and have them have a pope debate, and then we can
Well, there
elect.
are-
you mean
There
you
are
mean like what happened in
current-
history?
there are currently 3 living popes.
I'm referring to the papist or the papacy in Avignon, but I mean
Jeez.
I'm talking about like what if it was in America and there was some gold tablets and the Pope was Mormon?
Oh.
Like,
Oh, I
is
like
there-
I
Ooh.
like
we
where
have
this is
Mormon-
going.
Can we create Mormon Pope and then have Mormon Pope battle Catholic Pope and see which
Yeah,
one
actually.
wins? Because then we know who's right in the end.
Well,
I
okay.
think they would
Are the popes
both-
allowed to
yeah,
like
okay.
call on support, or is it just Pope be
Absolutely
Pope?
not. The Pope, like, is supposed to be, God's designate on earth. So God
Yeah,
can only
but
favor
okay.
one person, So I mean, like, imagine you could call all your supporters, but it's kind of like I have the power of God and anime on my side, but you only need one to win.
So we already know about
So,
the anime.
wait, no, but that implies we have a god pope and an anime pope.
No. It means that the anime is the masses, right? So both
Okay.
popes have anime on their side.
I
So
see.
the only
Okay.
the independent variable there is whose god is more god.
Or whose god is more anime.
Oh, that's true.
Because if you can combine the two powers of god and anime into one force,
Wow,
we
what a
just- did we-
loser. Your
did
god
we
isn't
just-
anime enough.
did we just remake the Holy Trinity?
God,
No.
anime. What was the third one?
God and anime together. Isn't
Oh,
that Jesus? I don't know
I mean,
anything about,
that's
about
confusing as the
Christianity.
original.
so-
That's just as confusing as the original Trinity. So I mean, like, we can give it a pass.
Yeah.
A
it's,
plus, Ellis.
To steer away from religion and
Oh, I was gonna make a wonderful Bill Wirtz reference.
do it.
In the words of Bill Wirtz, you could start a religion out of this.
No, don't.
Okay.
Perfect. Now to steer away from religion, even though we are not currently in a studio with easy access to a campus store, what do you two have? Beverages of sugar.
I do not have Sam, is it okay if I go first?
I mean, I didn't interrupt. So, do you think
No,
it's
no, no.
okay?
Well, my thing's a little bit special, so I don't know if you want to, if you have something
It's okay.
not special.
I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm the second of the 3 voices to go after the first voice says to the other 2 voices. It's okay, guys. Okay. Anyway, this was not supposed to be passive aggressive
Ouch.
or a complaint. So go ahead. No, like actually no. I was just like I got way too into my character there of angry little Jew boy. I said 3 things that all contradicted there, but go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, I guess, for your blessing and support.
You're welcome.
So I do not have any drink in front of me, but what I do have positioned neatly on my desk right now is a beautiful stereo Soviet era cassette player.
Got it?
I got it. I should send you a picture. Actually, it's really cool.
Please do.
It looks so awesome. It doesn't work, but I know what the problem is. So I'm gonna. One of my projects this summer is to fix it and then come back to school with a real like cassette recorder from Ukraine in the 70s and play bops.
So when
80s,
season 3
80s.
starts and our podcast recordings immediately start getting grainy and socialistic, you will know the reason.
Exactly. I
Sam.
am
Oh, sorry.
legitimately super, super excited to mess around with this, fix it up, and then play with controls that I don't understand because they are in Russian, and have a great time.
That's great.
It's so cool.
Good politician pivot, by the way. I ask
Thank
you
you.
about. I ask you I ask you a thinly veiled question about peace tea, and you answer with Ukrainian tape recorder. So I think you should be the next Democratic nominee. Sam, are you drinking sugary beverages?
No, but I am drinking water. Water.
Hey,
It's
same.
better here than it is anywhere else. Water.
Ooh, I don't know about that. My water's pretty good.
Home is where the water tastes best.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
There.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. When I was at a university that we attend, I had to
Are you
have...
not doxing the university?
Good.
No, I can
Good.
dox everyone but the university. Even
Okay.
saying university is too much because then they can look at every university. So I really should be saying our Institute of Higher Education.
Do I need to change the podcast banner on all the podcasters?
No, absolutely not. I don't care. But anyway, at Brandeis, I did have to use my roommate's Brita a few times because, the water just, it started tasting weird all of a sudden. And I know it always tasted the same, but I'm like, I can't drink this water cold. I can't drink it lukewarm. I can only drink it like straight when I get it when I'm dying of thirst because then it's worth it. So I had to use the Brita a few times and be like, wow, the water now tastes like it does at home.
Fascinating.
Yeah, but so
I
now I
would
know I need
contend.
to. You would contend?
I would contend that the area in which I live, the water is so good that we get better ramen restaurants than everywhere else because they're like, dang, your water's good. We want to make ramen with that water.
I would slightly disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Ramen or
You
the water?
contending with my contention?
I'm contending with your water source point, yes, because Washington State is, well known, backed with science and data to prove that we have by far the best water. Now, I don't know how well that carries over to ramen restaurants, but as far as like pure, fresh from a mountain spring, water, that's what we got here.
Isn't there a competition for this?
Yeah,
Like,
I
isn't
think
there
there
a
actually
yearly
is.
thing that has the, like, who's got the best tap water?
The answer, not Flint, Michigan.
Oh.
That is still happening.
And now it's sad.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I am looking it up where the best water is, And
Yeah,
you
I
won't
found
believe
Hawaii.
you won't believe this. One of the cities
Texas.
listed is the city in which our institution of uppercase learning
You're-
is located.
No
like
way.
the specific one.
Yes, the
That's not
specific
real.
one, not the greater area, but the specific one. It's
love it.
giving the
that
water
should-
rating like a 9 out of 10.
That's
On some
great.
the water scale. I'm very confused because I don't agree with that sentiment.
I don't
That
agree
should-
either.
That should single-handedly raise our U.S. News and World Report ranking by at least 3 spots.
It
Well,
should
it
also
says-
raise tuition, but I'm glad it doesn't.
The best water though I'm finding on this website says it's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I mean it looks
Okay.
clean. The whole city looks clean. I doubt they even have like one car. It's
No,
a
I don't
whole-
know. I don't know anything about Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but I'm wondering if that's. I mean, just from your point. Oh my God, no, never mind. I'm gonna leave it here because this is gonna make things sad again.
Oh, no.
I apologize. Let's turn this mood around.
Yes, let's.
Were you going to talk about Cedar Rapids? I don't know why.
No, I was not going to talk about Cedar Rapids. I was going to question whether or not that clean water and lack of automobiles comes from a place of incredible poverty.
No, I just made that as a epithet to how nice it looked there.
Okay.
It does not look impoverished at all. From the photo I saw, the single photo, I have no. I want to make this clear. I have no experience on the economic well-being of any place in South Dakota.
Vocab Gumbo is not a reputable source and should not be treated as one by anyone. Please continue.
Yeah, I can get behind that statement. Okay, so what have y'all been up to during this
Ooh.
time?
Ooh,
Saying
just
I
a
can
quick-
answer that.
Okay, go for it.
Not to get ahead of myself for the last segments of the show, but I have been playing a copious amounts of Minecraft. And
Does this have anything to do with your plug?
maybe
Okay, very
It,
cool.
I'll leave that
Sorry.
as a cliffhanger for later.
absolutely. What's happening there?
But this is the deepest I've gotten into a Minecraft world since I've been playing Minecraft, and it is remarkably enjoyable. And
That's
I need to build a
lovely.
new sugarcane farm, but I can because I have time to do that now, and I can pretend like it's being productive because I'm fueling resources and things into it. So it's like, dang, look at this. So I'm having a wonderful time with that. I also just went on a hike yesterday. It was nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I didn't get to do the whole thing because I had to come home and put a pork head in the oven. Go.
So I have not been playing Minecraft lately, simply because there are other things going on in my life. Most of which are positive, I would say. All of which are positive. But Minecraft has not been one of them. So I tremendously look forward to getting back on the server, having a great time with some great friends, building a very large base, selling some stuff for diamonds, the classic Minecraft maneuvers.
I have a question related to that.
Yeah, go for it.
So the reason that it's taken us so long to record this, which is also a little bit of behind the scenes for those at home, is that we have been by the time we got settled in, it was then final season, and we were all like, crap, we have a lot of finals to do, and we don't have a radio time slot to keep us motivated to do this in a prompt manner when there are finals to do. And so I was under the impression that the fact that we were now able to record was because everyone had finished their finals. However, Sam tells me that is not the case with you. Are you not done yet?
I will have you know that this is a moment of shame for me, but yes.
Oh no.
No, it's okay. I'm finishing up one last paper and then I'm good to go after that. I'm almost done, and I keep telling myself that I'm almost done, so I'm almost done.
You're
And I'm
almost done.
Almost done. And
Almost done.
regardless, Regardless, I have to be done very, very soon. So I'm almost done.
Aren't grades due like tomorrow or something, or like 3
No,
days
no.
or something like that?
They're due June 1st, but I think the last day to turn anything in is in 3 days. Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But don't worry, he's almost done, as he's been saying, because he's been saying it the whole time.
He's
I would like to
almost done.
stress how close I am to being done. It's near there. I am near to done. I'm done adjacent.
That's impressive. That's
Thank you.
we'll be there cheering you on from the sidelines,
And I'm
wherever
not
they.
gonna lie, it's not even diagonally adjacent. I'm done orthogonally adjacent.
Oh,
That's pretty
Oh.
close.
Aren't
got
those
that
the people
nice
that
orthogonality.
feel like you need braces?
I don't think so, but I've never needed braces. That's a lie. I'm going through an Invisalign set right now, actually. Haha.
Crazy. We all have teeth. Like, think
Mhm.
about that.
Speaking
Okay.
of which, I at some point I want to make sure to pre-record a couple of these in advance so that when I get jaw surgery later this summer, we can keep releasing them.
That sounds great.
Look forward to that.
I would love to.
It'd be funny to do an episode where, I mean, only if you weren't in pain. Only if you weren't in pain.
No,
Where
I
you-
agree. It would be
Where it
that could turn out really well.
It could be really
think-
like that's a niche market we're hitting there. Like people who want to hear a podcast where three complete and utter nonsensical dudes talk, and one of them just had jaw surgery, so they're talking a little funnier. That's never been done before. Don't look it up because it doesn't exist.
Dang. Look at us inventing new methods of content for the people.
God. Some
I
would
think it
call
would
us
be. You're gonna call us what?
Some people would call us Robin Hoods.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Why?
Because
Who
we're
are we?
stealing from the podcast companies and giving to us, the poorer podcast company.
Podcast company that does not technically exist.
There's
aside
no
from the fact that we
corporation.
have one podcast and a URL.
And speaking of, I don't know if the people know about the URL.
There's nothing on it right now.
I checked earlier today. What's going on?
well, okay, no. We have a website. It's called 3out of 4voices.com. Doesn't matter how you spell it because I bought both of them because I'm an idiot and I misspelled it the first time. Right?
Numerals
The way that
or
we
without?
usually don't spell it the first time. Yeah, but we've got those. You can go to there. It's just there's nothing that interesting on it right now. It's just like all of our episodes and then some socials links. There will be more on it eventually because I also bought vocabgumbo.com, which is
Awesome.
very exciting. And I started to look at the process for trademarking that the other day. It'll happen at some point.
That's
Not
great.
yet.
I would love to get involved.
I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. Talk to me about that after this, or just like once we're off air.
Yeah.
But yeah, trademarks are complicated and expensive, but not as expensive as they could be, but more expensive than I expected.
Okay.
So it's
That's
like
good to know.
Yeah, it's an interesting price model.
So I've been sitting at home mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
I've been
sat
talking
into
to
any interesting situation?
not
Sorry.
really. It's been quite a not so happening time, with the non-world affecting event happening. It's really small. I don't think many people have heard of it, but yeah, that's been going on. And so, not much. I got out of the house a few times, so that was nice. Other than that, I've been talking to future roommates if we do ever actually go back to school. And so
Woohoo.
I mean, there's only one roommate I haven't been talking to, mostly because they're
Wow, is it-
almost done essay, but other than that, we're all bonding. Actually, no, that's not true because it's two.
Two roommates, right? Yeah.
I keep forgetting that Mr. Man is still there. Mr.
That's kind of mean, but yeah.
No, well, okay. Yeah, I understand it's like mean I forget about, but I have been, it's a 5-person. I've been speaking to 3 other people, and I know you're the 5th, and then I forget that really we have 6 in a 5. So sometimes
Until
it just,
DCL.
I'm not telling DCL. This isn't even on WBRS. So we're completely fine. We can say whatever we want here. We have the freedom. Once season 3 happens, we don't have the freedom anymore, boys. That's the scary part.
Are you telling me that this little quarantine time, summertime, is season 2 in its entirety?
No, that's what I was assuming because it wasn't going to be live and probably would have different themes because of the whole quarantine/summertime.
Nice, I like it. We could take a book from Dimitri Martin's playbook and say vocab gumbo 3 out of 4 voices live after the fact.
Could you say that again? You got voiped.
Yeah, it's a little chopped.
Okay. It was a bad joke. It was not funny. Let's move. So what I've been doing is not much, mostly because I've been thinking about the future, all of the various projects that I want to tackle, such as restoring this era Ukrainian cassette, and also building a laser cutter, and also yes, I am actually that. It's gonna be before I die, so let's hope that I've got left in me.
Ellis, did you hear what I heard? Because what I heard was
probably.
Yeah, it was just Millan, you should maybe check your connection right now. It might be a little, just a little.
Although theoretically, that should have all recorded fine because of the way I'm recording this. We'll see when I go to edit this how that actually came out. But theoretically, that should have recorded fine.
It'd be really funny if we just couldn't hear he was just constantly talking and we can't hear anything. And Craig comes and he says, this whole time he's giving this entire monologue about his life and some overarching message. And we're just, talking about, I don't know, bugs in the mud or something.
Well, now you know that we're going to have to talk about bugs in the mud at some point. It's got to come back around. Sam, that's kind of funny because for me, you're the only one breaking up. Ellis is smooth like honey with his audio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that.
When I look at my connection, right? My connection says it's all bars, full bars, 9 millisecond. Now it says 20. Oh no. Did you just curse me with that ping? Are you making my ping worse over here? Oh god, it's at 206. It's at okay.
And Sam was never heard again.
So it seems okay. I know I'm roboting. Whoa. It's around it just spiked to 400 ms ping, and now it's down to around 50.
So one thing that I've been doing over this break is, aside from playing Minecraft, is I have also been making games. No response.
Well, I thought there was more to the story.
Oh no, that was just a very forced segue.
Okay, let's do it.
Wait, I feel dumb because you said games. I'm like, of course, video games. Not
yes, because on this podcast where we play games that I make.
that would be a pretty neat episode. very, very simple game, each of us, and then it could be something like a Scratch programming language game.
Doesn't work very well in an audio format, though.
No,
I also
but we
need to
could manage.
see, yeah, if we ever do that, I also need to see if I can get my Ethernet cable to work again, because
Whoa,
Hold on, Ethernet?
Ethernet? That's like the
yeah,
equivalent of saying Aethernet. Like, ooh, this is fancy and old timey medicine.
yeah. Look, man, I thought we could just brush over the fact that I had a little bit of a senior moment, but I need to see if that specific cable will work again, because I had it working for a little bit, but my ping would constantly be at 300. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. It should be faster than this. And my up and down was like 2 and 3. So I had to switch to Wi-Fi, which is not as reliable. And it's been spiking recently, and I don't know why. So
Yeah.
there's a short-term thing I need to fix. But like Ellis has been doing a thing that I also want to do recently, and it requires constant ping and constant up and down. And I don't have that right now, so I need to solve that before I do that thing.
Another flash forward to the plugs at the end of the episode. But speaking of things we do every episode, I've been making games.
Wow, another segue.
I just segued
Let's
twice
see if we
into
can,
the same
let's see if we can
segment.
take it away from him a third time, just so that he has to segue back again.
Oh no.
That would be hilarious.
So, speaking of things that we do every episode, how's Quinn doing?
Interrupting everyone.
Good. We got in our doxing of Quinn. This is good. Season 2 coming in strong, hitting all the notes.
Quinn, resident of someplace near South Carolina, one of the roundest towns. If you're listening, thank you.
Forgot about that.
This isn't even live, so this will have to be post-mortem.
If you will be listening, or if you are listening at the time you're listening to this,
past, gotta hit all our bases.
That's true. Thank you so much. We're great fans of your work. All right, let's move on.
Speaking of work that one can be fans of, I've been working on a lot of games.
I've been thinking about work in the climate of the current crisis.
Okay.
So I'm going to offer you two a choice of 2 games. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not. We're going to play one of them now and one of them maybe later, and then another version of the first one again.
Oh my God.
Which list are we starting with?
We're going to start with the one that I have finished, because the other one's not quite finished yet. So the other day, with no preamble or postamble, I texted Millan and Sam and I said, hey, well, actually, there was a postamble, but I'm not going to mention it because that's another game for another episode. But I texted Sam and Millan and I said, hey, I need you to send me, in a place where the other person can't see, I need you to send me a list of 8 fake wrestler names. They have succeeded splendidly. And then so what I did is I took their 2 lists. I made a list of my own, which largely cribs off of Chuck Taylor's list of fake wrestling names, which is another great wrestling name, Chuck Taylor. Shout outs to Chuck T. Shout outs to Chucky T. But
I feel like Chuck Taylor is like a Converse brand.
It is.
Thing. Oh, actually,
yeah. I haven't actually checked if there's been any legal issues with that, because he is also using it on national television at the moment.
Lovely.
But he might be officially going by Chucky T, and then wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I have 3 lists of fake wrestler names and 1 list of real wrestler names. What I'm going to do is I'm going to present you to a selection of 4 wrestler names. You will then tell me, you will lock in which one you think is true, which one you think is the real name, and tell me which one you think it is. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it right, you get 2 points. If the other person guesses your wrestler, you get 1 point. And so it is theoretically possible that I will win this game if you guys keep guessing my wrestlers and getting it wrong. But I think that this is going to be neat. So we're going to try it. I will say, I also, I was going to be like, ooh, and I'm going to sneak in one that's all real names. But then I realized that because I had them come up with the fake ones, they would be able to tell, which is unfortunate because it's a really good list.
Wait, so just to clarify, we're given 4 names each. So we
Yes.
know that
Or
one
no,
of ours...
I will list off a name. You'll know one of them is fake because it'll be yours. And then
Okay.
you'll have 3 to choose from.
Perfect.
Might be hard because I lost my list.
I
If
mean,
you-
we'll
I'm
see if you remember that.
Wait, hold on. If Sam guesses his own, does he get a point for that?
Sure.
For fooling
why,
himself?
Why not?
Well, no, because then I could just guess my own every single time.
Okay, good point. If you guess
Yeah,
your
no,
own,
I-
I'm taking away a point. We'll
Okay,
go in the
I will-
opposite direction.
I like that.
But I'll just have to remember which one are mine based on like, does it sound like I could have made that up? Yeah, I'll say that's probably mine.
Yeah. And so just because I really like the list I made, that was all real ones. I'm just gonna read that because they're funny. That was El Hijo del Ice Cream, Trent with a question mark, Mike Quackenbush, and Boomer Hatfield. Those are all real. They're just good
Wow.
names.
Wait,
Yes.
Trent question mark is real?
Trent question mark, yes. Trent?
That's amazing.
Also on national TV. He's Chuck Taylor's tag team partner.
Oh my god, wow.
Yeah. So that should set an expectation for for what you guys can expect from the real names. So if it seems outlandish, that's because it is. All right, are you two ready to go?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna do this with lock-ins. So think for a second, tell me when you're locked, and then I will give you the correct answer. So the first round, I also tried to theme these, so they're all roughly themed. The first round, we've got the Overtaker, the Grimace, the Cucumber, and the Gobbledygooker.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I'm locked in. I know.
Let me know if you need anything again at any point, too.
the last 2 were the cucumber and the gobbledygooker.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm locked.
Okay.
So wait,
Sam, you locked in
we
first.
have 4 answers, right? We have 4 answers. One, I can tell you who made, because there's 3 fake ones, 1 real one, right?
Yes, but you don't have to guess who made which fake answer, I should have said.
Okay, I already know that Millan made the grimace. There's no way he did not make the grimace. So I'm gonna say
How?
Millan made the
You would be
grimace.
correct on that front, by the
How
I'm
way.
do
gonna
you
say
know
Millan. I knew it, dude. Now the hard part is guessing which one's real. I'm gonna have to go with the gobbledygooker, and I'm gonna have to guess that you came up with the cucumber, and that's my final answer.
Millen, what was your guess?
Okay, so I locked in. My answer is the gobbledygooker because the Overtaker sounds like something that's so particularly Sam. And the fact that he didn't call that out in his own analysis of the questions leads me to believe that, or the answers leads me to believe that.
Cheating. You locked in. You can't
I
bring
locked
up
in.
that. Can't bring
No,
up that.
I'm not changing it. I'm still locked in for the gobbledygooker.
Okay.
The cucumber though is what tripped me up there, because I feel like that's funny enough that it could be, but I don't know enough about wrestling.
Well, you were both correct. The
Awesome.
gobbledygooker is the real wrestler. It came out of an egg at Survivor Series 94 and was never seen from again.
That's really sad.
Yeah. The entire show, they were just building up what's in the egg, what's in the egg. And then a dude in a turkey costume came out.
Oh, okay.
Is the dude at all important? Like, did
Yeah,
the
it's
dude
Hector
come back?
Guerrero. It's
Okay.
Eddie and Chavo's brother. So he's like from a long historied wrestling family.
I will
um,
not lie. I did not know that the legend of Chavo Guerrero was based on real life.
oh yeah,
Um,
no, that song is 100% true. Pretty
wow,
much.
wonderful.
Yeah. For if you like wrestling and or sort of like folky lyrical rock music, listen to Beat the Champ by the Mountain Goats. It's wrestling themed. It's good. We move on to round 2. Unless either of you have any more comments regarding the last one.
No, I think
No?
that's good.
Brilliant. Okay.
Wait, actually, Sam, hold on. I do have a
Yeah.
question. How did you know that the grimace was mine?
It's the only thing that I could see you writing and be like, this would be a funny wrestler. All the other ones, the cucumber, too bland. The gobbledygook, it's not your style, man. And I already knew my own by like hearing it again. But I just thought, he's made one too many grimace jokes. Not to
I don't know
not
if
to
I've
say
made
the
any
grimace.
grimace jokes.
You have at least made one before, and that is one too many to leave the grimace up to coincidence. Specifically, I know you're talking about the purple grimace and not any
Yes, you
other
are correct.
grimace. See, I'm in your mind right now.
All right.
I don't know if I should say this, but most of my wrestler names are indeed references.
Yeah, there's only one on here that I don't know the direct reference. So I'll have to have you enlighten me when we get to that point.
No, that one is also not a reference.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Okay. Moving on to round 2. There is a very clear theme for this round, which was inspired by the fact that both of you sent me wrestlers named Max. So this is the Max round. Your options are Rad Max, Mad Max Maxwell, Max Moon, or Mighty Max.
I think
Again,
I'm lost.
Can you repeat the first one again?
Rad Max, as in the car dude, but with an R and cool from the 90s.
No, this would also be. I know yours probably has like whose is who, but it would be nice to see them just in case that's possible.
I'm not gonna screen share because they are sorted by person.
That is what I
Um,
thought. So I mean,
if you would like me to spell them out for you or puts them in a Discord chat, I can do so.
that would be great. It would help me organize my thoughts. The last one was just too easy. This one's getting more difficult.
Lovely. Millan, I believe, is locked, correct?
Yes, I am.
Sam, are you locked?
So there's Rad Max, Mighty Max,
Max Moon,
Max.
and Mad Max Maxwell.
Okay. This is okay. I'm gonna have to lock.
Okay. A reluctant lock-in from Sam. Millan, it is your turn to start. So out of our selection of Maxes, who you going for?
Okay. Rad Max sounds like of all of the ones that we're given options, the only two that seem feasible are Max Moon, because that could be a person's name, and Mighty Max. But Mighty Max seems a little bit too juvenile almost. So I have locked in Max Moon as my answer.
Okay, Millan has locked in Max Moon. I will say, for Mighty Max being juvenile, there's another wrestler who was very a big women's wrestler in WWE named who had a gimmick as Mighty Molly for a bit. So, hokey is not necessarily a reason to disqualify something in this game. Sam, guesses.
Okay, so I think Rad Max is the real one, and I think that the The reference to fucking Mad Max is Millan's, that one.
Mad Max Maxwell.
Yeah, and so that means that Max Moon is yours, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, you're 2 for 2 on guessing Millan's submissions. However, you are not, or guessing which ones Millan's submissions are. However, you are not 2 for 2 on guessing the real one, because the real one in this case was, in fact, Max Moon.
Heck yeah.
He was an astronaut-themed wrestler from the early 90s.
That's
I
cute.
really
like
was really hoping that Rad Max would talk about the unit circle, and it would be a
Radiant Max.
squared circle kind of deal. And it's like, this is the maximum rad, it's 1, because that's the unit circle. You know? What are you trying to get?
There's 2 pi rads in a circle, so.
Okay, no, I mean, like, you put
Yeah,
in like
there's 2 pi wrestlers that enter the ring.
Ooh.
Look at that. See, too smart. But I mean,
Yeah.
I guess this has to be a post WWF world that it doesn't appear its head in.
I really regret telling Sam that most of mine are references, because
You
now I feel
absolutely
like
should. You
you're just gonna
absolutely
get
should.
all of them. You're never gonna guess mine.
There's a couple of these. I don't know. There's a couple of these that I think are subtle enough they can slip through.
Okay, but is Grimace really a reference? It's just like Grimace is a word on its own. I mean, Mad Max Maxwell is obviously a reference, but I mean, the Grimace one just like I didn't think of it as a reference. I was like, it's definitely the purple dude, but it could be also just some guy who's like, damn, I'm gonna capitalize off of McDonald's.
Okay, but I mean, all of my other ones, like there's a ton more obvious ones.
Okay, well then we should move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to round 3. This one is less strongly themed than the last one, but I tried to keep it. I tried to keep them kind of close. Your options for this one are the Liability, Mick the Kraken McCracken, Zeus, and Mars.
Oh. This suddenly got a lot harder.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
Let me
you
know if
read
you
the
need any of
first
these
two?
spelled out.
First two.
The
I
first
got the
two.
last two.
The Liability, and here I'm going to paste this one into the chat because it
Okay.
works well in text as well, but it is Mick the Kraken McCracken.
I think I'm ready.
All right, Sam is locked.
Ellis, I have a question, but I
I have
don't
an
know if
answer.
you'll be able to answer it. But if you don't answer it, it gives me a pretty good idea for a potential game in the future, actually.
Ooh.
Do Zeus and Mars have potential backstories? Like, is
I can
there
give
a-
you here. You know what? I can give you the backstory of the real person. Like, I'll give you the backstory of the real wrestler in this round, and you can decide if that applies.
Wait,
Perfect.
then can I unlock for a moment to hear this and then
Sure.
relock? Okay, cool.
I mean, I'm intentionally going to try to make it so that it doesn't give away anything.
I understand.
So Hulk Hogan was he decided, oh brother, I'm gonna be a movie star, brother. And so he went and made a movie where he played essentially himself, but just as like a badass motorcycle rider. And his opponent, the dude, the antagonist in that movie was the real wrestler in this round, who then showed up for a real match in the WWF for a brief stint and was not very good.
Okay,
That
so
is the backstory.
okay, so I'm still locked then.
I am locked as well.
All right. Who started last round? Millan did?
Yes.
All right. So Sam, take it away.
Okay, so obviously Mick the Kraken McCracken is Millan's. There's no way it's not.
Oh, it's
What?
not.
Not.
You just, dude, you're. I guess not. I guess
I
pride, maybe.
can't. Okay, I had a second guess, but I'm like, the reference can't be to some sort of mythology. So I was like, nah, no way. Okay, so I guess I was wrong on that account. Either way, I think it's the liability. I think that's the real one. Mostly because I think that's a good answer for like a good name.
Okay.
All right, Millan, what's your answer here?
So to start off, I would just like to really quickly go through some of Lord's discography. So, for example, in her 2017 album Melodrama, first track, Green Light, pretty good, pretty good. The second track, Sober. Fourth, third. Whoa, that was weird. Third, Homemade Dynamite. Fourth, The Louvre. And then track number 5, Liability. So
This is a Lord reference? This is a
Lord
fucking Lord reference.
Yes,
You have to
indeed
be
it
kidding me.
was.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed right now. I can't say anything because it'll give him ideas, but just
No,
I'm so
I'm
angry at you right now. Like that actually made it so it was harder for me to decide because I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a reference. Ugh,
you can
Incredible.
feel free to say whatever you want because I am firmly locked in on
okay.
mine.
Okay,
My answer is Zeus because I feel like Mars is too common, like too expected almost, and Zeus sounds like a pretty cool wrestling name.
I swear it's the Kraken. The Kraken's the real one. I swear to God. Now I'm
If it's the
referencing.
Kraken,
I feel like it's the real one now because I
it's way
just
too
feel
complex.
I feel like that doesn't matter though. Like post me locked in, I feel like there's Mars Zeus, which is obviously supposed to be like, oh, which god is the right one? But really we're all sleeping on Mick the Kraken McCracken. So Alice, please tell me it's Mick the Kraken McCracken.
Mick the Kraken McCracken is courtesy of Sexy Chucky T on that one. That is Mick the Kraken McCracken is not the real wrestler. The real wrestler is, in fact, Zeus.
I'm so
Ooh,
angry
3
at
points. 3
So
points.
lots of points to Millan on that one. Gets the Zeus points and gets the liability points. Getting the Zeus points and the Lord points.
a Lord reference though. Are you thinking of all things in a round with 3 mythos related things? It was a Lord related. Oh my god.
We had a mythical monster, 2 mythical gods, and the god of New Zealand pop music.
I'm just a little upset about that one. How I had to specifically know the reference was to that album and the 5th song on the track. But
All right.
other than
Here.
that, I'm okay to go on and now realize that maybe it was a little more difficult than Millen was letting off. I feel like that was his strat.
But as to give Sam a little cool off time, so that he can stew in his Lord-induced anger, I have a special round for each of you, where I flip the script. I change up the formula. I've got 3 real wrestlers and 1 fake one provided by your opponents. So we're gonna give Sam a quick break, and Millan, I have a special round for you. So what I need you to do in this one is tell me the one that your opponent made up.
And that is Sam in particular, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, cool.
So one of these wrestlers was made up by Sam, and the rest are real or semi-real.
I already know which one you're going for. I have a feeling. I know the theme of this one, if there's a theme.
There's kind of a theme.
Okay.
The theme in this being ridiculous, stupid first names.
Oh man.
Okay, I know which one you did.
Your options are Impressive Pelvis Wesley. Impressive Pelvis Wesley. Sex Ferguson. Chad Too Bad, or Chad Bennington.
Oh, feel like, oh man, okay. My initial leaning is that Chad Bennington is too real. Sorry if I popped there. Too real to be one of Sam's, I guess, submissions. So you said Chad Too Bad, right? That was one of them.
Chad Too Bad. D is spelled, or bad is spelled with two D's.
Is two the number two?
Yes, it is spelled CHAD space number 2 space BADD.
That one is really appealing, but so is Sex Ferguson.
Sex Ferguson.
But I guess I don't know what you're allowed to get away with as far as wrestling names go. I don't really have
goes
any...
on the indies.
Oh, that's true.
We've got famous penis wrestler Joey Ryan.
Actually?
Yeah, it's not his he just goes by Joey Ryan, but he is colloquially known as famous penis wrestler Joey Ryan.
That's lovely to hear. Okay, I'm not very sure about this one, but I'm gonna have to go. Oh man, I'm so torn between Sex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad. This is ridiculously hard. Okay, I'm gonna go with Sex Ferguson.
You went with Sex Ferguson. All right. I can reveal. Hold on, I gotta Google one thing real quick. I can reveal that Sex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad are actually the alter egos of two real wrestlers who are a tag team.
Oh.
Sex Ferguson is Doc Gallows / Festus / Luke Gallows, and Chad Too Bad is Carl Anderson. The one that Sam made up was Chad Bennington.
Oh, I knew that was my third option because I thought he could have gone way too simple, too understated for it. That would also fit with Sam's humor. Okay.
Now,
I just want to check, Sam, was that name jacked from Chester Bennington intentionally?
Oh, now that I think about it, I thought I knew of a famous person named Chad Bennington. So it might have been accidentally ripped off of Chester Bennington. And the fact that I'm like, this sounds like a real name. I could see someone with a Bennington name.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go with like a little posh, like Brit Brit going across the pond to America, real snobby type guy.
I'll say right now, Sam, I'm not mad at that. That was a pretty good one.
I would also encourage you guys to look up some videos online of Chad Too Bad, Sex Ferguson, and Impressive Pelvis Wesley, because they are absolutely astounding.
If I knew that these were real names, I would have gone, like, there's so many things that are popping into my head for what I could have done versus what I did. Oh my god. Like, my wrestling knowledge is very low.
Hold on. Did you say Sex Ferguson or Tex Ferguson?
It's both. Tex Ferguson is it's the same person playing both of them. I used Sex Ferguson in the quiz because Sex Ferguson is a funnier name and a funnier character. But Tex Ferguson does also exist, and it's the same guy.
Okay, great.
So, Sam, do you want to take your special backwards round now, or do you want to give it a couple more rounds?
I'll do it now. I mean,
all right.
Statistically, I'm going to lose it, so I'm not even going to be upset.
This one is themed also off of first names, but instead of ridiculous, stupid first names, this is themed off of a specific first name. So your options are Johnny Nitro, Johnny Six Flags, Johnny Impact, and a Johnny Mundo.
Did you just say Johnny Six Flags?
I did say Johnny Six Flags. Here, let me read these
That
to you.
even legal?
Johnny, again, anything goes on the indies. I would don't take legality into account for any of these. So don't worry about copyright. Again, Chuck Taylor. Your options once more are Johnny Nitro, Johnny Impact, Johnny Six Flags, and Johnny Mundo.
So, first thoughts, I'm not locked in yet. First thoughts, I just want to give them. If Millan is referencing Impact Font, I might be angry at the end of this. Okay, but we have Nitro, Impact, Six Flags, Mundo. Right now, I'm between. I'm gonna say he is not. Oh my god, this is so hard. He could be referencing Impact Font, but I'm gonna say no for now. And so it's between
Honestly,
Nitro.
I can imagine. Sorry, I can imagine references for all of these. Like,
I can see references for all of them. I don't think you know what Six Flags is, unless. I mean, you could from but I remember hearing that you didn't know what one was. Like in my head, somewhere you just don't have those on the West Coast. So I'm gonna
I don't
say
think
it can't
they
be
do.
Six Flags. I'm gonna say it can't be Six Flags. Saying it can't be Impact because you would not reference Impact Font. I don't think you would reference Nitro, the snail movie. So I'm gonna say you created Johnny Mundo.
All right. I did just look it up also. There are no Six Flags in the Pacific Northwest. However, there are Six Flags in California.
Okay.
Which is where I have been to one.
Oh god. Don't tell
So-
me Six Flags. Don't you dare. That was the first one I crossed off.
I'm going to write down in my notes app on my list of quotes. I don't think Millan knows what Six Flags is. Just because that's just too good. All right. So I can reveal that 3 of these wrestlers are not only real, but the same person.
No. So
Wow.
Nitro and Mundo
Yeah.
impacting the same guy?
No. So the dude, the man known currently as John Morrison, and also on Survivor as John Morrison because he was on
Whoa,
Survivor.
no way. I
Yeah.
know that person from Survivor and not
Oh,
wrestling.
really?
Yeah.
Is he tag champ right now? I don't think he is, but he's currently in WWE. But here I'm gonna go on Wikipedia and see if I can find a list of all of his ring names, because whenever he does a new character, he just changes his name slightly. John Morrison, aka John Hennigan, aka
Wait.
Johnny Black. Oh,
I
sorry.
know what the reference is now. Johnny Rocket's Six Flags. Is that what it is?
No, it's literally just Six Flags the amusement park.
Like, there's a restaurant in Six Flags called Johnny Rocket's. Okay, never mind.
I don't think I ate there, so if you had called me out for not knowing what Johnny Rocket's Six Flag is, you would be correct.
Okay.
It is. If you hadn't gathered by now, the fake one was in fact Johnny Six Flags, but John Hennigan, John Morrison, Johnny Blackcraft, Johnny Blaze, Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Onyx, Johnny Spade, Johnny Superstar, and Johnny Ultra are all the same person.
Well, does he change his appearance at all, or does he just change
no.
his name?
No,
Okay, cool.
He's no, he does not. He's a very good wrestler too, but a Johnny of many names. So neither of you got points from your special rounds, unfortunately. But now we can move into the back half of our Guess the Real One. Close it out. We've got 4 more of these, and I think they're pretty good. So next up, we've got this is a bit of a weird one. This one doesn't have a theme. Your options are Pud Nelson, Bastion. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. Can you type these out?
Yes.
Thank you.
Pud Nelson, Bastion Booger, the Vi King, spelled with a space in between Vi and King, and Philip Phillips. I'm sending you guys the text version now, but
Thank
once
you.
again, that's Pud Nelson, Bastion Booger, the Vi King, and Philip Phillips.
All right, I believe I'm locked.
Millan is locked in.
This is so difficult. I really want to think that he doesn't count this as a reference, but I'm going to say he does. So now I just need to figure out the real one. Okay, I'm going to be locked in now.
Okay. Sam is locked in. Millan is locked in. I think Millan, this is your go. Take us away.
I am. So I feel like in conversations previous with you, Ellis, we've actually discussed the Viking. I could be wrong on that, but that's I feel like that I remember that name from somewhere. I
Okay.
refuse to believe that Bastion Booger is a wrestler. So by default, I chose Pud Nelson.
Wait. Did you? So do you think Pud Nelson and the Viking is the real one?
I think. Oh my god! I chose incorrectly.
No, because I thought you said that you were going Viking, and then you swerved me and went Pud Nelson.
No. I for some reason I forgot the rules of the game and I chose one that I thought was wrong. I do think the Viking is real. So I don't know why I did not choose that one. Can I change my answer?
Sure.
Okay, well then my answer is the Viking.
Okay, your answer is the Viking. Sam.
Okay, I'm going to say Philip Phillips is a reference to Phillips heads, and that's Millan's. And I'm going to
Phillips had screwdrivers?
Yes, I don't know why, but it just the other ones I can't see as references. He did choose Pud Nelson, which doesn't matter because I was going with Bastion Booger because you know what? Could be real. Let's see.
Oh my god. So first off, Sam, you did correctly guess Millan's fake wrestler Philip Phillips, but Philip Phillips is a reference to Philip Phillips, the former American Idol contestant.
Yes, indeed.
I don't look, man. There's so many things that you talk about that I don't know. Like, who was Alton Brown? I didn't know who that guy was when you were talking about it.
I don't know how you don't know who Alton Brown is.
You follow him on Twitter.
I don't.
The show does.
I've never used the show's Twitter. Okay, man.
Ouch.
I'm so sorry, but I forgot we had one.
Okay. That's really funny. All right. Well, Sam actually came off with 3 points from that one because the real wrestler is in fact Bastion Booger, and Sam's fake wrestler was the Viking.
Good job, Sam. That was well done.
I checked ProFightDB. Shoutouts to ProFightDB before the show, and there are multiple wrestlers called the Viking, just without without the space. But I could not find one called the Viking.
Okay.
So it's also supposed to be Roman numerals, so it could be 6. The sixth king.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got layers.
Yeah, much like an ogre. All right, next one. The theme of this one is O apostrophe.
I'm surprised that. Okay, sorry, go for it.
Yeah, no, both of you gave me O apostrophe names. So.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So your options here are Seamus O'Shaughnessy, a very Irish name. One of my favorites from this entire game. Barack O'Slama.
That's wonderful.
Or Barack O'Slama. It's as in body slam. I'm not entirely sure what the best way to pronounce it is. O'Chunks, no first name given, or possibly no last name given, and Will O'God. So a really strong round here. That's Seamus O'Shaughnessy, Barack O'Slama, O'Chunks, and Will O'God.
How do you spell Will O'God?
It's in the chat. It's Will space O apostrophe God.
Okay.
Presumably a will of God joke, but then made Irish because
That's pretty funny.
names.
Okay, I think I'm locked in.
Okay, Millan is locked.
Yeah.
I think I'm also locked in. Yeah, I'm definitely locked in. Okay.
All right, Sam, it's your turn to start this one. What do you
Okay.
got?
Brachioslama has to be the correct one. There's no way. I think that um, I think that Millan went with Seamus O'Shaughnessy because that's really Irish and elaborate, and I feel like no one wants to say that when they get to the wrestling stage. I just feel like it, and it's just a gut feeling. I think it's Brachioslama.
Okay. Mr.
Okay.
Body Slam Obama is Sam's guess. Millan, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm really lucky that I'm able to go second in this one, because Sam, I don't know if you remember, but we were playing Super Paper Mario over the course of the school year recently, and one of the main bosses is of the name O Chunks. So that was my reference. So
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't pick that one. That would've
I'm
been sad.
surprised. That was the one that I thought was like, oh, Millan, bad choice.
Yeah, I'm really surprised you didn't get that. That was probably one of my most obvious references.
Worked out.
Half the time during you guys playing Paper Mario, I just completely zoned out. So there's probably a lot of things you said that I don't remember from then.
That's okay. Unlike Sam, I refuse to believe that there's a wrestler new enough and bold enough to go by the name of Barako Salama.
Look, man,
And Will O God, once it was explained to me, the Will of God joke, I didn't get that at first, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
But that one I find quite funny, but I think is also wrong. I'm actually going with Seamus O'Shaughnessy.
All right. The real wrestler here is Seamus O'Shaughnessy.
Whoa!
So congrats to Millan on that one. He
It is
currently
a
only
stupidly long name, though. You don't
he
want to.
does currently only go by Seamus. They dropped the O'Shaughnessy a while ago. That would be point for Millan, point for me for Sam guessing Barako Slama.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's so good, man.
And no points to Sam, unfortunately.
I think
So-
in the future, Sam, there should be a wrestler named Barako Slam.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably that was the one that I got last because I was like, crap, I need to think of a fake wrestler with an O apostrophe in the name, and that was just what I came up with like 5 minutes before we started recording. We've got two more. Your next one, Man of Honor, simply Man of Honor.
Is there a theme for this one?
The theme for this one is nicknames.
Perfect.
So Man of Honor, 24 Karat Kenny Jackson, Hardwood Rich Mahogany, or Demon Prince Fergal Devitt. Continuing with our very Irish names. Again, that's Man of Honor, 24 Karat Kenny Jackson, Hardwood Rich Mahogany, or Demon Prince Fergal Devitt.
Locked in.
Sam's locked.
I as well am locked in.
Millan is also locked. All right, Sam, I think it's your turn to start on this one.
Yeah, so I think that 24 Karat Kenny Jackson's the real one. I think that Hardwood Rich Mahogany is Millan's.
Okay. Straight and to the point. I like it. We're cutting out the amble. Millan,
Do you
your
want
guess.
me to cut out the amble as well?
That is up to you.
Okay. So my choice was again going with that Irish leaning, Demon Prince Fergal Devitt. I think Man of Honor is probably Sam's, and then Hardwood Rich Mahogany is Ellis's. Which leaves 24 Karat Kenny Jackson, the only one in my list that is not a reference.
I can just hear the disappointment in his silence. Millan batting 4 for 4 on that one, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Demon.
Wow.
I cheated a little bit on Fergal Devitt. his name was Fergal Devitt, and then he changed it to Prince Devitt, and he also has a demon form. So I just kind of combined it a little bit so that it would fit the round well and gave you Demon Prince Fergal Devitt. Currently goes by Finn Balor in the WWE.
Wow, that's a pretty. That seems kind of unrelated.
Yeah, it's more Irish. Bunch of Irishy goodness, I guess.
Neat.
Yeah, so Millan absolutely destroying that round. And now we come down to our final round.
Oh, I don't even know what I have left. I don't know if you heard that at all either. Oh, never. My God, Sam, you are you are going to get this next round. I promise.
I suspect that both of you will be able to tell the other person's fake one on this round, but we shall see.
Okay, I can't remember which one I have left.
This one has another one of my absolute favorite names on this list. We've got Yolanda Be Cool, Duke the Dumpster Drozy, Oda Nobunaga, and No Gimmicks Needed Steve the Samurai.
This is harder than I was expecting.
Can you put that? I heard like only 2.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm pasting them in right now. I will read them again. It is Yolanda Be Cool, Duke the Dumpster Drozy, Oda Nobunaga, and No Gimmicks Needed Steve the Samurai.
Okay, I am locked.
Millan is locked in. I have finished copy pasting the names into Discord, so Sam should be locked soonish.
So this is difficult because I actually don't know which one Melons is. Like I haven't guessed, but it's like, oh, okay. I'm just gonna lock it. It doesn't matter. I probably lost.
All right. So we in this round, Millan, start us off with this one.
Okay.
Don't reveal which one you made up yet.
Okay.
Just what's your real guess here?
Just the real guess. No.
Up to you how much you talk, but I just need your real one.
Okay. My guess is for Duke the Dumpster Drozy, because I know well that Oda Nobunaga is a historical Japanese leader, and don't know if people are allowed to use the figures as their wrestling names. So I was Drozy was kind of my go-to.
All right, Sam.
Okay, I also think it's the dumpster. I don't think it could be. I couldn't tell if Yolanda Be Cool or if No Gimmicks Needed Steve the Samurai was it. Now that I'm reading it out loud, I think Steve the Samurai is definitely Millan's, but I think it's the dumpster right now.
I'm gonna grab another Spotify link.
Oh, I was about to. Go
Beat
for
you
it.
to it. But Yolanda Be Cool is in fact the music duo that made We Know Speak Americano. And is therefore also Millan's referential answer.
Yeah, I would have done that.
Yeah.
I just thought it sounded dumb, and Millan would be like, "Huh, that sounds dumb. Let's put it in." But I was like,
Millan,
Steve Samurai. Yeah. That's probably a reference to Minecraft, Steve.
That would have
just
been a good
just because of Steve.
Millan, you would be correct in that Oda Nobunaga is in fact a Japanese leader from the past and not in fact a wrestler. And that leaves us with Duke the Dumpster Drozy and No Gimmicks Needed Steve the Samurai. No Gimmicks Needed Steve the Samurai is one of my favorite wrestler names of all time, but it is unfortunately not a real wrestler. That is once again courtesy of Chuck Taylor. So you both got it right.
Awesome.
You both correctly guessed that Duke the Dumpster Drozy was the real answer. And so give me a sec to tally up the points. Gentlemen, discuss.
Okay, so I'm still not over the Lord thing. Like
that was a little bit mean. Actually, when I first sent my list to Ellis, he said, quote, I need to check that Grimace isn't a real wrestler. LOL. And
Yeah,
then
so
also quote,
yeah.
don't think you slipped Philip Phillips and Yolanda Be Cool past me though. And then I said, but you missed the Lord reference, huh? He also missed that the Lord reference. Kind of wild because he's a much bigger Lord than I am.
Yeah, I did not know you would know who Oda Nobunaga was, and I was really hoping that Ellis would put in some more Japanese wrestlers. And
Yeah, I probably should have also put like Kenta Kobashi in there or something, but
yeah, but I was like, I was looking at this, right? You know, hardwood rich mahogany just yells, "I'm fake or indie," and I
Oh yeah,
couldn't.
I totally agree. That one's not real.
It's very good though.
yeah,
See,
that's a
and I
good
also
Chuck E. Cheese name.
two things we forgot were to like put things in like Duke the Dumpster Drosy. Like we could have put those in.
I have finished tallying up the scores. In the end, I came away with 3 points.
Nice.
From you guys guessing mine. Less than I was expecting, but you guys should be proud that you successfully dodged the landmines. In the end, Sam comes out of it with 7 points, and Millan comes out of it with a whopping 13. He only
Nice.
guessed the wrong answer once.
Whoa.
So Millan on a roll tonight. Well done. Well done, both of you. That was a good game. I'm glad that worked, and I think we should do some more of this style in the future.
I agree with that. That sounds good. So are we doing the wrap up now?
Yes, yeah. The game's over. So anything else you guys want to get in before we hit the plugs?
I would just like to say it's nice to be back. Thank you to everyone joining us for season 2 of this I don't know, show, I guess. I know that we have gained one more listener, a high school friend of mine. Rest in peace, Quinn from MIT, still alive, just goes to MIT. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to continue. I think we'll have fun.
That's exciting. That's good numbers. That's good analytics, baby. Sam, any last thoughts before we hit the plug?
Please never again make music references. You guys know too much music. I know too little. This is so hard. No, that's a joke. Anyway, no, I'm very glad to be back. This is fun. I just hope that after 3 days we can do more of this because then someone will be actually done and not close to it.
That is correct. Legally,
And
you're
also,
not.
yeah, and also I can't wait to try other things because in this time we have more free time to experiment with things we can do, and that would also be pretty neat.
We could a 24-hour charity live stream podcast.
Oh, buddy, you don't know
You,
what you're getting yourself into.
Oh
Dude.
no, I do. I know that it would be bad that people would donate, I think, a sum total of 10, and those people would be us. So let's never do that.
Sounds good.
let's wait till we reach 10 constant viewers to even discuss.
That's a good plan.
So I'm gonna hit. We're gonna segue that live stream comment right into the plugs. You can, if it's been too long. I forgot my plug segues. How I usually start these. If you want to follow the show on social media, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter and Gmail and a website if you follow it with .com at numeral 3 out of numeral 4 voices without the word numeral, of course. Now are you guys gonna of course? Okay, that's sad.
Sorry, I blame
cut out.
Ping.
Oh,
It
darn.
I
cut out
don't
for me.
actually blame Ping. I was distracted at the moment.
Okay.
I absolutely can't. Spiked over 1,000.
Oh my
Oof.
god! Whoa!
I really need
I'm
to
at
get this
103
now.
right now.
I really need to get this sorted out. It goes from 9 to 1,000. It doesn't make sense. Anyways,
Ellis,
That's
on
unfortunate.
the what's it called? The brand new, not brand new, but the somewhat relatively new website. Should we have a live ping tracker for all three of us?
We would have to figure out how to implement that, but maybe at some point in the future.
That would be pretty.
Yeah, so you can check us out on socials and online there. Send us mail, send us mailbags. We'll probably read them on air, maybe. I don't know.
That
You
would
can
be fun,
follow.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Elias, Elleyyus, and you can watch me on Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch now. Streaming Minecraft and some other games Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Pacific. Check it out. It's going really nicely. I just made some more graphics earlier today. So that's popping, that's happening and popping and tapping and slapping. Post-production, Ellis here. I just realized I never said the name of my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/coffeehamster. Go check that out. I don't have another radio show to plug anymore because I don't have a radio station to record it and broadcast it in. Yeah, I think that's it for now. No Patreon yet because I'm waiting on streaming numbers for the show. Millan, you got any plugs? Post-production, Ellis back for a third time this episode. I forgot to mention earlier that our new theme song is made by the wonderful friend of the show, Maggie Del Rey. She's got a bunch of music up on Spotify. Her album Engineer came out earlier this year. It's great. Go check her out. That's Maggie Del Rey on Spotify and maggie.c.music on Instagram.
Let me see. What am I plugging? I'm plugging friendship and community during this time of social distancing.
Good plugs.
Stay apart, but be together. Thank you. I love you all.
I remembered something else I was going to plug. Loading Ready Run. They do cool stuff and cool skits that I have been watching a lot of recently. So now I'm going to toss it over to Sam. Sam, do you have anything to plug?
I'm gonna plug a bunch of holes in my deck because there's carpenter bees.
Oh wait, hold
This
on.
is actually
I
true,
actually have something.
and
Sorry,
not a
please
joke.
continue.
There's carpenter bees digging into my deck, and I must plug those holes. Other than that, I don't know what to plug. There hasn't been any good games coming out. Actually, no. I'll plug Monster Train. It's a game that I don't own, but I've been watching a lot of. It looks extremely fun, and Slay the Spire-esque, which is also a game I'd plug if you like single player card games, because it's like solitaire but good and fun.
Nice. That sounds lovely. I have something. I guess it's kind of interesting. It's not really a plug. We recently got bees, so now my family is keeping bees. We've already eaten some of their honey. It was on accident for any beekeepers out there who are like, "Whoa, you just recently got bees and you're already eating their honey." We promise we are not hurting the bees.
You accidentally ate honey.
So my sister was doing a hive check where you have to make sure that the bees are not going crazy and dying. And she accidentally dropped a hive thing with a very, very small amount of comb in it, with the beeswax, right? And in that very, very small amount of beeswax was a very, very small amount of honey. So that was the accidental source of the honey, and then we intentionally ate it because it was tasty.
Well, we screwed up the rhythm, and Sam didn't go last. The podcast's over now. Bye.
Is that a big dog?
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3 out of 4. Listen to the voices. From right now till forever. Nice bonus.
I'm going to do a very brief pee break. I'll be right back.
Okay, let's keep.
Is this going to be cut out in post?
I will never know. I think he already left.
That is, I mean, he's
I really hope
hustling for this
Yeah.
pee break.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, he's gonna get a hernia. Wait, that's not VP, that's the other one. Damn it.
I know. This is still all being recorded, so I
I
think it
know.
would be funny if he did not include this. I mean, if,
I
if
would-
he did.
I mean, this
include
has to be like the back of the podcast. Like you just listen to us sign off, and he's like, "Now here's the pee break audio right here." And you just hear us talking about him getting a hernia from peeing too hard.
Now,
mean,
this
that
is
was
the
really just
host
me.
of Jeopardy,
Alex.
Ellis Peeing. Would
So-
Ellis Peeing be a good wrestler name?
I don't think so. I think a better. I think that I don't know what the name would be, but definitely his signature move would be return to Zender, and he'd jump off the
That would
ropes
be-
and like slam his elbow into your face and be like, "You gotta go back to the factory, get that thing replaced, dude. Just completely busted. Return that to Zender." And then, he'd pick him up and just slam him against the ropes after that little monologue right there.
I like the
Right.
idea of a professional wrestling move that involves speech. Like you have to
Yeah,
perform a
that's the taunt.
soliloquy before you really grind him to a paste, so to speak.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the taunt. Like, that's the taunt in the move. That way you get them real angry, they slip up, you win the match because they're slipping.
Hark! Over
Anyway,
yon
love it.
hill. Oh, Ellis is back. Hi.